They said it was a place that should never be found. A city forged from black stone, crowned in gold, and guarded by something older than the seas themselves. For centuries, it appeared only in whispers, trader gossip, sailors' nightmares, and the oldest African folk tales. The Arabs called it Zinj, the Black City of Gold. But Zinj was no ordinary city. They say its gates open only for those who are chosen, and those who enter never leave unchanged. This is the story of the man who claimed he found it and the curse that followed. In the 9th century, Arab and Persian traders sailed the East African coast, exchanging spices, silk, ivory, and gold. They spoke of a mysterious inland kingdom, richer than Kilwa, older than Great Zimbabwe, and more powerful than Mali. The locals whispered its name only in private, Zinj. It was said to be hidden behind walls of jungle, surrounded by rivers that ran black at night, reflecting no moonlight. But the strangest part? No two stories agreed on its location. Some claimed it lay in the shadow of Mount Kilimanjaro. Others swore it was far south, in the deep green heart of Tanzania. And a few insisted it was cursed, built on the bones of kings and guarded by spirits who walked in the form of men. Most dismissed these tales until one man, Ishaq al-Rashid, a Berber navigator, found something impossible. It began with a storm. Off the coast of Kilwa, Ishaq's ship collided with the wreck of an ancient dhow. While salvaging, his men discovered a sealed copper tube. Inside, a sea scroll nearly destroyed by salt and time. On it, drawn in ink black as night, was an unfamiliar coastline marked with 3 symbols: a serpent, a flame, an eye. Beneath them, a line in old Kiswahili: where the eye sees, gold weeps. Ishaq became obsessed. He hired a small crew, stocked provisions, and set sail south along the coast into uncharted waters. Weeks turned to months. Crew members grew restless. Strange events began, stars shifting, compasses spinning, nights without wind. And then one night, under a blood-red moon, they saw it. The jungle swallowed them whole. The air was heavy with the scent of burning incense. No birds, no insects, only silence. The city rose from the earth like it had been waiting. Black stone walls, ivory gates, streets lined with strange statues, each one carved to look like a person screaming. At the heart of the city, they found it, a golden throne, warm to the touch, as if someone had just left it. Beside it, carved into stone, this city does not forget. This city does not forgive. And then the visions began. One sailor saw crowds walking the streets, their skin like polished ebony, their mouths dripping molten gold. Another swore the statues were breathing. Ishaq tried to calm them, but even he began hearing whispers in a language he did not know. Searching for answers, Ishaq descended into a hidden chamber beneath the throne. There, in the dim light, stood a massive mirror framed in gold. But when he looked into it, it was not his reflection. He saw himself crowned, sitting on the golden throne, weeping tears of gold. And then a voice not heard but felt spoke inside his mind. You have entered the Eye of Zinj. The price is memory. One by one, Ishaq's men began to change. They forgot their names, their families, even the sea. They wandered the streets aimlessly, silent, eyes blank. By dawn, only Ishaq remembered, but he too felt his thoughts slipping. He fled, running through streets that seemed to twist and rearrange themselves. When he finally stumbled out into the jungle, the city was gone. Ishaq returned north, empty-handed. People called him mad. His journal contained only one word, written hundreds of times: Zinj. A month later, he vanished, but before disappearing, he sent a package to a merchant in Zanzibar, a piece of obsidian, shaped like an eye, still warm to the touch. Centuries passed. The story became legend. Historians dismissed it as a sailor's hallucination. But in 2023, Dr. Leila Mwandu, a Tanzanian tech archaeologist, detected an anomaly deep in the interior, a spiral formation of black stone structures, exactly matching the layout in Ishaq's old sketches. Her last transmission to the university was brief. This might be it. The symbols match. I think I found Zinj. Hours later, Her feed cut to static. Days turned to weeks. No one heard from her again. Then, her drone washed ashore on the Kenyan coast. Inside was a single memory card. The words read, "Zinj remembers." The coordinates embedded in the drone's data point to a place that doesn't exist on any map. Governments deny the location. The forest there is off limits. But the inscription was clear. Zinj is not lost. It's waiting for the next one to find it. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, subscribe to Melanin Chronicles. Because in every legend there's a seed of truth. And some truths should never be uncovered.